Mrs. Brown does Véchant. Let's make some Flakies. Is this treat truly famous outside of Newfoundland, or is this a Newfoundland thing? Because we dies for a flaky here in Newfoundland. I dies for a homemade treat, but I do die for convenience too. I loves it. Well, that was so much fun, and I'm just now realizing I didn't press record, and now you guys don't get to see me destroy the flaky pastry. Here is the mess I've made. We should have 8 portions, well, 16 portions, but I only have 5. Get a little egg wash on each portion of flaky pastry. Entirely optional, but I like to sprinkle a little bit of raw sugar. Usually only sprinkle on half, but since I screwed these up so royally, I'm going to do both because I don't know which half is going to turn out to be the better half, to be the top of the flaky bun. These are going into the oven at 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. We need 2 cups of raspberries for the filling. I'm using a bit more. I have 2 300-gram bags. They were frozen, but I had them in my fridge overnight to thaw. And now I have them in a strainer, and I'm pushing all the excess moisture out of them. I'm going to leave them here to strain while the pastry's in the oven. We're in for 20 minutes. These are going to get placed on a wire cooling rack and fully cool before we add the filling. While my entirely imperfect pastry is cooling, in a small pot on low heat, 2 cups of raspberries and half a cup of sugar. We're going to cook this here on low heat for approximately 8 to 10 minutes, watching it very closely. This smells so good. This has been cooking away for 8 minutes, and I'm going to add a small cornstarch slurry and cook for another couple minutes to get this a little thicker. It's done cooking. It's reached my desired thickness, and I'm going to leave it here to cool for a minute or 2. I'm going to transfer it to another bowl so that it cools a little bit faster. For the last component of this flaky, we need the whipped cream center. 2 cups of whipping cream. If you've been here a while, you know I'm adding a box of instant vanilla pudding to my whipped cream. I'm going to use the whisk attachment on my mixer. If you happen to have some of my homemade vanilla powder, you can use that. A half a cup of that mix is the equivalent of 1 box. It's fast, it's fail-proof, it's stabilized, it lasts longer, and oh my God, it tastes delicious. The raspberry filling is fully cool. It's still a little thin, but it's definitely thick enough. Raspberry filling on the bottom piece, whipped cream on the top piece. Both the filling and the whipped cream really does need to be measured with your heart. As I was filling the last one, I dropped a big dollop of whipped cream into the raspberry filling, and I feel like that mistake was meant to happen. I have a lot of leftover raspberry as well as whipped cream. That's going to go beautifully in some mini tarts. I get a lot of feedback of people being surprised that I share things on social media that are less than perfect. Less than perfect is reality, and these may not look perfect, but I assure you they're going to be absolutely delicious. I will suggest, if you're going to make these, to make them when you have company coming. They do last more than 24 hours, but they're not quite as good. You want to eat these in 24 hours, 48 hours max. There will not be a taste test because these are on the go.